Whatever it is. I heard that in the background.
Yes, sir. You know,
I pulled up.
come on, man. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 lefts do. What we talking about, man?
Oh man. Damn, I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah, absolutely. The
That's
last time
great.
we spoke to you, it was the battle before $3, right?
Yes, sir.
Obviously, I saw you won the battle kind of clearly, respectfully to Reed. How do you feel about the battle stuff, though?
With Reed?
Yes.
Yeah. I felt like it was a really special battle. I felt like, I'll go out on a limb and even say that I feel like there was moments in there where he damn near might have got slept on a little bit.
Okay.
But I also, I mean, it really didn't matter at a certain point. Like I was in a different kind of energy. Like Reed, one of my favorites, and so I'm not about to, like you got to show out when you're going against like a legend and shit. And so I put a whole lot into that performance, and it paid off. A lot of people saying that that might have been the best performance for me they've seen, in a while, if not ever. And so,
you was flawless, my guy. You was flawless.
Man.
Let's call it
man.
Let me pass. Do you feel you were up every round?
I could see that. Yeah.
That second round was crazy.
Yeah, it's hard to say because each round has moments that like I really just really like, and I like how I execute it. But I actually watched it today. I was at the barbershop and like niggas made it like there was like, oh, we putting this shit on today. When I'm like, oh, here we go for sure. And I was kind of watching, I was kind of studying, and I do kind of feel like it was one of those situations where like it was, it was going. I didn't necessarily intentionally do that, but it's what happened.
Do you feel as a competitor, as a battle rapper, as a legend like yourself, right? Do you feel this one of your best body works in a while? Or do you feel slighted if we say that? Do you feel slighted if we say, it's one of the best passes we've seen in a while?
Nah, not at all. That's how it should be, really. I mean, it should be every performance is the best that I done put on. And, if I tried to achieve that with every performance and it doesn't necessarily happen, then that's on me. That's not even, But I mean, honestly, the thing is that I've been hearing that a lot. Like since the Bill battle happened, the B Magic, and then Reed, like, when I battled Bill, people was like, that might have been your best performance. I battled B Magic. People was like, that might have been the best pass I ever seen. So then this one. So that's really what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to really remind everybody, what I'm doing here and why I'm here. You know what I mean?
Where do you rank the Ver battle? Your Ver battle. Where do you rank that at?
Oh yeah, and that happened in between Bill and Ver. Or wait, I mean, Bill and B Magic. I thought that was a really good battle. I really liked my performance. I would say, just from a personal standpoint of my own criticism on myself, like there wasn't that battle got a little screwy with me just because the scheduling, like the battle, the King of the Dot tournament, like shifted, like time changed for it, the date changed, and so it became like a lot closer to the Verb battle. So I had less time to focus on that as I would have wanted, and I think it might have showed a little bit in my performance. But I had some really crazy moments in that too, and I think I think I went kind of crazy. So I like that one too.
Before we talk more battle rap, I want to ask you a question, man. How did you link up with Bleacher Report?
Man, how did we link? Actually, because we've been doing rap off shit for a long time, doing all these cartoons and stuff. We actually did some work for Bleacher Report a long time ago. It just never came out.
Okay.
They had brought us on for a whole piece of content, and we like recorded it and everything, and then I think that they just went like a different direction. Like honestly, that piece of content was crazy too. It was really awesome, and they just at the time like didn't want to put it out or something or whatever. But we've been like in contact with them for a minute, for like over a year, I want to say. And finally, they just was like, oh, we're doing this again. Shout out to the homies over there. And yeah, bro, it came together. It was really fun. It was not, that particular cartoon. It wasn't like it's just fun to write. Like we just be having fun doing that shit. We take it real seriously, and it's very meticulous. And it's like it's almost like writing for a battle, but with the homies. You know what I'm saying? And it's like more fun. It's less pressure. You know what I mean? And so we was on Zoom, like, writing and shit, and it kind of had to. We had like kind of a quick deadline, so we had to finish it quick. But yeah, it was dope, man.
Pass. Is it really less pressure though when it's a meeting of the minds and everyone trying to be one conglomerate, one unit? Is it really less pressure though?
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it does. There are moments where it gets kind of funny, like the debates that we have back and forth over like a one word type of thing. It does get a little bit like, all right, if this was just me, we would have just been, done our type of shit. But the meeting of the minds is so important, and when it's me, Ilmac, Thesaurus, Fract, it's just fun, bro. Like we
It's a nice
just,
squad. It's a nice squad though. It's a
you
nice
know what I'm
squad.
saying?
It's a nice
And
squad.
it's cool. And like, we had a writing session. We're on Zoom doing all this shit.
Mhm.
And we had a writing session when Geechee battled Easy the Block Captain.
Mhm.
And I had the pay-per-view, so I was like, hey, let's take a break. Like we was on Zoom like all day. So we was like, let's take a break and watch this battle real quick. And it was just hella fun. Like it was cool, like watching it with them. And it kind of like helps us like get into the like rapper mode. It gets us excited about like, bars
Mhm.
and shit. And
Mhm.
so it's cool. It's really like a communal, type of experience. It's pretty dope.
And you guys are going to London soon, right?
Yes. Well, me and Ilmac and my
My
verse
verse, right?
and Gifted Gab, who's the homegirl from Northwest, but she based in LA. Um, I don't think I'm allowed to say what we going out there for.
Okay.
It's not
Right.
for a cartoon. It's something so fucking random, and it's honestly even hard to explain. But I don't even think I can if I wanted to. But we going though in December, yeah.
Wow. Did you expect this to take off the way it is though? That people that want to reach out to you guys and work with you guys and joint ventures and stuff like that?
I mean, I will say I can't say that we didn't specifically kind of set out like we did like have this vision of like we could be doing this for other people, and you know what I mean, like we can bring like a certain vibe and aesthetic and authenticity and a different creative form of like promotion and marketing to different organizations or entities and stuff. So we did have this in mind, but man, I don't think we expected this NBA cartoon to like get as
Jesus.
many views as it did, as much love as it did on that first day. Like that was like a big deal for us. We were very juiced when that happened. So
So
yeah, I don't think we're just happy, man. If somebody wants to fuck with us, like we here, man. And everything that we've done has gone up. So you know.
so there'll be more work in the future with you and Bleacher Report, I take it, right? More works,
I mean, hey, I hope so.
right?
I don't, I can't say for certain right now. Like, it's nothing. We're not working on nothing
Mhm.
for Bleacher Report right now. But I think that after they seen how that one did, seems like seems like we might not be done yet. So we're gonna see.
What's your thoughts on Ilmac and Nitty?
Oh my God, bro, that's honestly one of the best battles like in a really long time. Um, that's one of those ones where it's like it's really hard. It's hard to call a winner for like multiple reasons. And
Absolutely.
honestly, when battles are that competitive and when you have two people that's really going crazy, I don't even be thinking about a winner or anything. I'm just like, man, this is crazy, bro. Like some of Ilmac's like high moments were so fucking crazy to me. Like his writing is just so impeccable. And then Nitty had them like quick haymakers, bro. Like he had the like, I can't put you on Mount Rushmore.
So the head start.
Give you a head start. Come on, man. That's incredible. Like, and they both just executed perfect
Yes,
writing in just two
yes.
completely different ways. And so I'm like, man, that's a win for everybody.
Well, for shits and giggles, I edge Ilmac. right? The battle, if I had to pick, but I agree with you though. This is a battle where, quote unquote, the cliche, the culture went past. If you want to say
Yeah,
that,
yeah, it's one of those.
it's one of those. You know what I'm saying? It's one of
I
those,
would,
man.
I would probably, I mean, I probably would also lean towards Ilmac. I don't watch it back a few times, honestly, and
Mhm.
I keep like going back to these moments that Ilmac had where he was like building up the momentum and then like executing a big like payoff, like the conclusion and shit at the end. Like he really killed that. But that's really just like because that type of writing kind of speaks to me in a certain way. And so I'm absolutely not mad at nobody. I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with anybody who say Rum won that just because it's so close. They both went crazy.
Brothers like you, Ilmac, Thesaurus, like you guys. I don't know. I never want to see you guys retire, man. I've been watching you guys for over years. You know what I'm saying? I always say you and Hollow is one of my favorite battles of all time. It's up there for me. You know what I mean?
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate
I love
that,
you.
bro. Means a lot.
I love that battle, man.
Hell yeah.
How many times in your head did you feel you want to retire, Pass?
I've never really, okay, I won't say never. There's been moments where I'm like, fuck this shit, man. But I never had a real serious, I never seriously considered like letting it go. And listen, man, I'm still like, I'm only 35. Like a lot of people think I'm a lot older because I've been doing this for so long. And also because I got
You're an
hella
OG, Pass. You an OG battle rapper.
No, hey, listen, and I am like I'm an old head, in comparison to a lot of people. But shit, man, a lot of these battle rappers is,
Older than you.
older than me. You know what I'm saying? Me and Geechee Gotti like the same age. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I don't have any like my sights are not set on any kind of retirement yet. I feel like that'll happen when I've accomplished certain things, as opposed to like, all right, I'm tired of it. Like, there's still more shit that I want to do in battle rap.
Wow, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I want to touch. I have not been on RBE before. I've been on URL, but I haven't been on a big like stage URL type of thing. Like, and I don't. Hey, I done seen some of the other people that's been on the big stages and Summer Madnesses and Gnomes, and I'm like, shit, ain't no difference between me and them. Like, I'll go up there and smoke shit. So like, I would like to do things like that. I want to touch Westworld, or I mean, I'm sorry, the Riot. You know what I'm saying? Hella shit. There's things I want to do before I hang it up, and even I really want more people to know who I am for real. Like I want people to know I might damn near be the best to do this shit. And if there's not enough people saying that, that just means I got to work a little bit more, and I'm cool with that because I like doing it anyway.
Well, is it because you're a blue collar battle rapper in the sense of, and I say this respectfully, Pass, you come to battle, you're not with the shenanigans, you're not with the bullshit, you're not in the battle rap tabloids and shit like that. You come to battle, get your bread and go home. You don't be in the bullshit. You're a mature battle rapper, if you want to say that. You know what I'm saying? Is that what it is? Because you haven't been on scandals and your name is never.
I mean, you could. I mean, it
Your
could be.
resume speaks volumes. Number one, let's call it what it is. You know what I mean?
I think that it would be fair to assume that's a factor, just because, I mean, a lot of times, I was mentioning those other places and things like, a lot of these battle rappers getting booked because their name is popular because of other things, or because they got some tension with somebody else. And not because they just did hella good the last time you seen them, but just because people are talking about them because they're trending over something else. And so, yeah, I mean, and I get that. Like, am I mad at it? Like, it's whatever. But, I don't really have any plans on changing that aspect of myself. Like I'm super not into drama just period in my life. Like, like I'm not, like I got my lady, I got my kids, dog. Like my life is exciting enough. I don't really need like there's enough shit going on. There's enough drama already going on.
Absolutely. Talk to me about the Briz battle. What's your thoughts on your Briz battle?
The Briz battle? Oh shit. Yo, that's crazy because I just thought we was friends. But nah, shout out to Briz, man. Like that was a crazy. I can't believe I bodied him, bro. Like that's shit crazy, dog. Nah, the Briz battle was like I mean, I'll just be real, bro. Like that was so long ago now that I'm not really tripping on saying that. And that's one of maybe like 2 to 3 performances out of like, 50 or 60 battles or some shit that I have where it's like I have taken a couple of battles where it's like I shouldn't have done that. And it was because of just other shit going on in my life. And it was like the the lack of time that I had like to focus on the battle and preparation and things. Like for Briz, I was writing on the plane. Like I was like finishing my raps on the plane and shit. You know what I mean? I'm never finna do that ever again. I haven't really done nothing like that again. I have like a whole. I take my preparation way more seriously now than I did at that time. But at that time, I was fucked up. I was going through some things, and I probably just shouldn't have took that shit. I wasn't in the right space for that. But I did it, and shit, I didn't do that bad considering, you know what I'm saying? I guess, I don't know. But Briz really came to kick my ass. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, yes, you all reached out to you after the battle. Where were you guys at after the battle? Was there conversations about having a second match on their platform? Or was it
I mean, I battled since then on there. I think Briz was my first battle on URL. And then I think the next one was Young Cannon.
Young Cannon, facts.
Which I did, which that one I do feel good about, and I do think I did really well. And then I got Don Marino that's on the app, which was also kind of like a funny circumstances behind that. That was a little different. I don't really want to get into that because I'm not trying to talk shit about anybody or any entities or anything like that. But that shit was, but no excuses because I still, even given like the kind of weird circumstances that I was in, I still could have executed in a different way. But like, it was just hard. Like, I remember hitting up Avocado and being like, man, I might cancel this shit. He was telling me, he's like, bro, I wouldn't be. I was talking to him about, the real truth about some shit that was going on. He was like, hey, man, if you did, I would understand, like, because this is kind of crazy. But I said, fuck it, went there, did it. But yeah, they just hit me, man. They wanted me to battle Rum in Phoenix for Traffic. But the timing, I just couldn't do the date. It just did not work for me. I was trying to figure it out too. I was hitting them. I'm like, man, but and at the time, I didn't know it was gonna be in Phoenix either. So I'm kind of glad now, like, because I had no idea where it was. I thought it was gonna be in LA. Nigga said Phoenix. When I seen the flyer, I was like, oh yeah, you trying to?
The fix is in, Pass.
What's going on, man? Oh, these are my partners,
right? So how did we get here with you and Calico? How did this happen?
How did this happen?
Yes, sir. How did we get here?
There was some. What's funny is, first of all, like I don't care. Like I'm gonna be super real, and I'm not like tripping on nothing. And if he talk about this in the battle tomorrow, I'm not tripping. Calico is like one of my favorite battle rappers. Like he's top 10 for me. He might be top 5 for me, bro.
Wow. Okay.
Like because his style is anybody who excels in something that's like unorthodox, that's not like fully like punchline based, always gets like extra like points in my book. You know what I mean? And the way he does it, bro, like he's raw and he could rap. But I think there's been some shit talking going on, you know what I mean? And I remember me and him talking shit a little bit like some years ago, like a couple years ago, and I can't really remember what started it, or I think I tweeted something and then he said something. He's like, man, just because you wear a backpack don't mean you can rap or some shit. And then, the conversation started happening about can't nobody beat Pass in Oakland after the Reed shit. And, people seeing me and him talking back and forth. A couple people had hit me like, yo, we're going to try and get like you and Calico. And then all of a sudden Fab called me. He's like, hey, I'm putting it together. I already knew. See, the thing is that I was actually going to be on this card to battle somebody else. It was going to, well, I guess Loso tweeted about it hella long ago. So, but yeah, it was going to be me and Loso. And then
also, I love you, my dude, but passing Calico,
I have raps for Loso though now. Like it's crazy. I'm kind of ready for him. That's the homie too. Like that's
that's my guy. That's my guy, Loso. That's my brother.
That's the guy. But shit. But yeah, once Fab said that, and then time started going, and I was like, all right, yeah, this is the one. Like this is what people want to see and shit. This is. And honestly, it's kind of like one of those like, oh, I didn't even think about that but it makes perfect sense kind of matches. Like I was saying before, he's not like a punchline heavy guy. We have two really different styles, but the thing that we have in
Absolutely.
common is like, we talk and we have raps, but we're also talking and we know how to put rhymes together to make a point make sense and sound cool and shit. Like he's, so yeah, I think it makes sense and I'm ready.
Are you expecting this to be battle of the night?
I'm trying to go for performance of the night.
My man said forget. My man said forget battle of the night.
It could be, but I could totally see it. I could absolutely see it being battle of the night. Yeah, if he does what I think he's gonna do, and I don't think I seen somebody on Twitter like I don't think Pass or Calico finna care about this match. I think he really is.
I think he's gonna show up. I think Cal's gonna show up on this one.
I think so too, because I think he wants to kick my ass. I think I don't think he like me right now. Like I think he wants to you know what I mean.
But y'all had Twitter words. Y'all had a little Twitter back and forths about a month ago. I think it was. I saw you guys going back and forth and everything like that.
It was like right after the Reed battle.
Yeah.
It was like right after that, and he was just because listen, I didn't say anything. I don't think I said anything. I can't.
You did. You did.
No, I mean I engaged, but I don't think I started it. I think it was like Lush and Diz, and then someone else, fans will chime in and be like, Calico could do it, some shit. I don't really know, but the thing is, I know Cal be out here, I know he knows people out here in the town, Detroit and Oakland is very connected, it's always been a connection. Since the beginning of Detroit, the beginning of Oakland, we've been connected because it's two port cities. We're very similar. MC Breed is from Michigan. You know what I'm saying? He was tapped in the Bay Area. Hella shit. All the Detroit rappers now is tapped in with Oakland and all black and hella shit. So yeah, it's a lot, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm curious what you got to say.
Have you battled at the Continental before?
Yeah, that's where the Reed battle was as well.
Yeah, Reed battle. Okay.
This is the same spot, and that's a legendary, historic building in the town. So yeah, it's always been real nice.
As a New Yorker, can you educate me why that building is historic?
It's just been there for a really, really long time. A lot of we're talking 1940s, 50s, jazz club type of thing, and it might even be earlier than that. I don't want to misspeak,
Wow.
I might be wrong, but it's been there for a really long time and it's been closed forever. It's just in the last 2-3 years, I think the pandemic is when it opened back up, since way back in the day. And it's in the middle of the hood. It's in West Oakland. I live hella close by to there, you feel me? So yeah, it's cool.
What is it about you and Averb battling at home that y'all get extra powers, battle rap powers that you brothers get?
I think I know the answer. Both of us kind of, man, I don't want to put too much dip on my chip, you know what I mean? But when people think of battle rap in Oakland, they thinking of me. If you think of battle rap St. Louis, you probably finna think of Verb first. You might think of B Magic, Hitman Holla.
Hitman, of course.
But out here, it's not even really a B Magic or a Hitman Holla. It's really just Caustic has done his thing. That's my brother. You feel me? And he's done his thing and been doing it for a long time. And he has a fan base and he's has huge battles and stuff like that. So people recognize him as well. But it's really not a lot of representation in the world of battle rap from Bay Area. You know what I mean? From Bay Area rappers. And so I think that it's just people out here, first of all, just excited to see battle rap period in the town. And then when there's somebody that is from out here that is really from out here, and they're actually pretty good at what they're doing up there, then it makes a difference, And they just fuck with it. I don't know.
How much for years, over a decade now, that you wearing that for badge of honor from where you're from? I mean, we know that Rich Dallas had the Stanky Yankee.
Yeah.
How much is it for you? A badge of honor. When we think of Oakland, we think of Pass. You're the first person we think of.
Yeah, bro. I never take it for granted, man. Every time, anytime anybody recognizes me on the street and they just, it's one of the first things they say. Because Oakland is a very locally prideful place, the Bay Area in general. And I think it's because we feel so neglected by the mainstream world and music and in other ways as well. Excuse me. And so every time anybody comes up to me, they're always like, "Yeah, you putting on for the town." You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm not, even people who not from out here, like I'll be, I'll be in Atlanta and shit, and they just be, "Oh yeah, Oakland." You know what I mean? And so Seattle would be like, "Oh yeah, man, town business." You feel me? Like da 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 da. Da. And so it's an honor, and it's something that I don't take lightly, and it's why I prepare so hard for when I do battle in Oakland, is because I'm not about to like get up here and slouch in front of people that are finna see me in the next day. You know what I mean?
Can't Cal beat you at the crib?
No.
You stand on that. You stand on that, sir.
Yeah. I mean, listen, man, anything is possible.
Yeah.
But like Reed could have beat me at the crib. Technically, anybody could. If somebody can make a switch and turn Daylight versus Tay-Rock, and it won't matter what I say.
Right.
It just hasn't happened yet, and I don't really think it's gonna happen, because I'm the one who does the switch.
Oh, it's like that. It's like that.
Yeah.
But you got people, Cal is coming in like, yo, hold on, this brother don't lose at the crib. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Fab? Fab gonna bring the star. The star's gonna be the goal. You know, but too short 41. Like, Papa, we never know. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. I think that Calico probably finna give me the most smoke out of anybody I've seen.
Well, can't pass. You battle a lot of people, though, sir. For you to say
that.
You battle killers.
I know. But you know what? I think that he, first of all, I go into every battle with that mentality.
Okay.
But I truly believe that with Cal, because I think that he actually wants to smoke me. I think that he's, as of recently, gotten to a particular bag where he is like having more fun with it. And that's dangerous. And I also know that he loves Oakland. He loves the people here, and he wants to show out. I think he probably finna be my toughest opponent.
What's your thoughts on Cal and Goods?
It's crazy. They both went crazy. It's another one of those, like, crazy. I can't really. I'll tell you later what I think about it.
Yeah, of course. So let me ask you a question. 24 hours removed to the battle. How happy are you that you don't gotta travel nowhere? You're at the crib. It's like, that must feel good for you, right?
Hell yeah, it's amazing. It's cool. Amazing, like, right? I'm like, last when I battled Reed, it was at the same venue. Like, and so the way I do it, I always get to the venue real early, like no matter where I'm at. Like, for example, Avocado and them filming, I hit up Avo. I'm like, what time you gonna be there? All right, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna meet you there. I'll probably get there before him, honestly. And then I'm just in the venue and I'm practicing, rehearsing, Last time I did that, I brought my son with my teenage, he's 13. And I brought him with me.
Okay.
And, it was cool. And then before the event started, I took him back home, you know what I mean? And then came back and was ready to rap. But yeah, it's beautiful because, right afterwards, I can come home and get out of my musty, sweaty clothes, put some new shit on, and then go to the club after, you know what I mean?
Does
That's definitely what I'm doing tomorrow.
Does Little Man know what you mean to the culture?
Does he know what?
Does he know what you mean to us and to the
I don't know. I don't know if he knows. I think, I think he's starting to get it. Because we be walking around, he's getting older, so he's starting to realize things more. He's starting to notice things more. Right. And, we've been, going out a lot together, and I've been taking him different places and stuff, and he's seeing people coming up and recognizing me that, he's like, do you know that guy? I'm like, nah, and that's been going on for a while, but now it's really like, he one day, I was taking him to school or something, and he's just like, out of nowhere, he's just like, it's kind of crazy you're my dad because you're like famous. And I was like, I don't know, don't be telling me.
He is, Little Man. Your father's a very famous person, Little Man.
I was like, hey, don't be telling your friends I'm famous because they will think I'm like Drake or some shit.
Hey.
But yeah, I think he's starting to have a certain understanding, and he's really clocking now, like seeing me like prepare and shit. He's been seeing me like getting ready and watching me pace around. He sees how serious I take it too and shit. So yeah.
One last question there. How hyped are you for tomorrow? Are you hyped for tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. I'm juiced. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm just ready for everybody to hear what I got to say.
You know what's funny about you though? You're very subdued with interviews, and then battles, you turn into a whole different. When you start battling, you turn into a monster. You start slapping.
That's what a lot of people say. A lot of people like, oh, you're so nice. It's like, hey, man. Yeah, hey, I guess that's the therapeutic part of battle rap because that shit is coming. That shit coming from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Pass, man. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully we can talk after the pay-per-view tomorrow, my brother.
Yeah, hell yeah. Got you.
Peace and love, my brother.
Right on, bro.